I drew your crazy suggestions in 10 seconds versus 1 hour, from ones that are slightly normal to ones that are purely insane. And starting off, our first suggestion is going to be aliens stealing cows. So we're starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my days. What is this? This is supposed to be a cow and this is supposed to be a sack. This is like really bad. I hope the next one is better. We're about to find out. Our next suggestion is to draw a golden woman with a flower on her head. For this one, I think I'm going to do a more golden color. And this time I'm going to try and not mess up. The timer is starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, okay. So this one definitely looks better than the last one. Yeah, we don't talk about the last one. It's not great. For 10 seconds, it's decent-ish, sort of. I think we're getting better. Next is to draw Choco the rabbit. With my worryingly terrible animal anatomy skills, we know how that's gonna turn out. I think I'll be better at it because I can just draw the head and stuff, but we'll just see. The timer starts in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is definitely a better bunny than the cow. I feel like everything is better than the cow at this point. Okay, on to the next one. The next suggestion is to draw ENA from a web series. Okay, so this one's gonna be hard because it has multiple colors. Okay, so we're starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my days. I think this is the worst one. I'm so sorry if I've just ruined this character for you. This is so bad. Let's hope the next one is better. Spoiler alert, it's not. This next one is the definition of concerning. It's to basically do a person on a 3-headed donkey spitting out harsh insults and acid cat and dog with dolphin wings. Okay, this one is very descriptive, and the descriptiveness makes it even more concerning. The timer starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, this is just a head. This is not even a person at this point. This is supposed to be a 3-headed donkey. I think these are getting worse by the minute. Next is to draw a side profile of a girl or boy. It's not like I've struggled with side views, so this should be easy. So the time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my days. What is this? It looks like she has a Simpson lip, like over here, like, yeah, side view was really never my best suit. And finally, our last 10-second drawing is this very detailed description of a very, how should I say this? Unique alien group. Okay, this one is probably one of the most concerning ones. So whether this actually goes well is a 50-50. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1, go. It kind of sort of not really fits the description. I don't even know what to say at this point. I guess, yeah, this is this one. And before we move on, after each round of drawings, I'll decide which drawings are the best, and those drawings will be moving on to the next longer time limit. So the first drawing that's going on to the 10-minute round is the golden woman with a flower on her head. But this one, I decided to make it a bit more detailed, obviously, since I have more time. But since it's really not that much time, I'm not going to add too much detail. I decided to do a kind of chibi version, and I use a symmetrical tool because without it, I don't even want to think about how this would have looked like. My thought process was that this was going to be a kind of like energetic chibi girl with golden yellowish skin, and we'll just see if it moves on to the final 1 hour round. I also decided to make the flower a bit more like realistic-ish, sort of. For the liner, I decided to make it thicker to give it more of that chibi vibe, and by this time I'd taken a lot of time on the rough sketch, and there was a 50-50 chance that the amount of time I had left would cause the shading to become a disaster waiting to happen. And so with the final few seconds that I had left of doing this drawing, I rushed the shading of the hair and the time was up. Okay, it's not that bad, but there are obviously like countless things that are wrong with it. 10 minutes is not really that much time if you really think about it. I hope the next one is better. But with what we're about to draw, that might be unlikely. The second drawing is going to be Choco the rabbit. Since the next drawing is going to be an animal, I'm obviously going to need a reference because without it, we don't really want to know what's going to happen. I don't really draw rabbits that much or animals in general. Whether this turned out good or not is a mystery. But nevertheless, I was gonna still try to make it look as good as I could. At first, I was having some trouble with the sitting pose of the bunny, but I ended up figuring it out soon enough, knowing that I need to go onto the liner if I wanted to have enough time for the coloring. And like the last one, the liner was going to be more of a thick liner, and I think my favorite part of this was probably doing the ears. I really like how they turned out. But for the coloring, looking back now, I realized that I made a few mistakes. Reading back to the comment now, I realized that there was only a white part on the neck and the hands. So that's something I misunderstood in this drawing. But other than that, I think it looks okay. I then added some like really hasty shading because I was running out of time. And yeah, this is the 10-minute drawing of Choco the rabbit. Next, we're redrawing the really questionable side profile. There's a slight chance that this might actually look kind of good, but we really never know. For this one, I definitely took longer on the rough sketch, and so due to that, I took a different approach by making it based on a rough sketch rather than a clean line art sketch. And one of the main reasons that I struggle with side view is because of the shape of the head. I just don't know how it looks like from side view, but we'll see if I pull through by the end. I decided to give her wavy hair rather than this disastrous abomination I called hair. And to make it less flat, I decided to add a bit of shading, even though it was rougher and I genuinely didn't know what I was doing. And so yeah, this is the 10-minute drawing of the side view girl. Now that that round's done, the first one moving on to the 1 hour round is the side profile of the girl. I decided to give it a more semi-realistic approach to this since I had a way longer time than I had before. When drawing this, I was kind of struggling with the shape of the nose and the mouth because I didn't want them to look abnormal, which they kind of looked like at first. But wait till we get to the shading because the result will surprise you. I also decided to incorporate the wavy hair thing that I did in the 10-minute drawing, and I think later on it turns out pretty good. I don't know if you can see, but I also decided to add a bow at her hair. But when doing the liner, I kind of struggled with doing the hair because I wanted it to be detailed. I also wanted to leave some space for the coloring to do its magic. And during the coloring of the skin, trust me when I say this, I literally just used the airbrush with a darker color where I thought the shading would be. Surprisingly, that ended up looking pretty good. That's like one of the most realistic skin shading I have done. Since it was only semi-realism, I decided to just do the eyes the way I normally draw eyes in my style. But when I moved on to the hair, I feel like this was the hardest step. As you probably know, I kind of struggle with shading in hair, and since this was semi-realism, I struggled way more, so I had to do a bit of experimenting. And so when I was adding the first layers of shading, I thought this would be way too plain until I used the smudge tool, and this made the hair look amazing. And then lastly, I just colored and shaded the bow, and yeah, this is the 1 hour drawing of the side profile. Okay, on to the next one. So the last drawing that we're going to be doing in this video is the 1 hour drawing of Choco the rabbit. At first, I just wanted to draw her in a sort of like normal rabbit pose until I read the comment and it said that she was drinking chocolate milk. So I decided later on to change the pose of it, and this idea might have been the reason this drawing turns out how it does. When doing the rough sketch, I just used the normal technique that I used to draw in my normal style, but when I was figuring out how to shade the fur, that's when it hit me. I can't shade fur. So at first I tried whatever this is, but I just decided,
well, it might work out for the actual drawing,
but it didn't end up working out. But then I used the smudge tool and it actually made the fur look like, well, fur. And because of that, the drawing is actually turning out pretty good. Wow. But next I had to draw the chocolate milk, and I have zero experience in drawing liquids, so I was really scared how this would turn out. At first I was just winging it because I literally did not know what I was doing, but then the smudge tool came and saved the day again, and it actually ended up looking like chocolate milk. So I added a bit of lighting and shading to the ball and fur, as well as some shading to the eyes, and voila! This is how the drawing of Choco turned out. And to be honest, I am really impressed with myself. And if you enjoyed, you may enjoy watching this video where I follow AI generated art tutorials. Go check it out and see you in the next one.